Hello everyone, I'm Lee, and I'm going to try to do this stream again. Last time I forgot to switch the screen from me to the screen over here so everybody can see the words. So I'm going to try to explain this again, and hopefully it'll go good. So let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to start with quotes of the Roman Catholic Church about Sunday and the Sabbath day being changed. And those are doctrines or commandments of men that make of none effect the commandments of God, which the Messiah was against, very strongly against. Here's one quote from him. When Emperor Constantine, a pagan sun worshipper, came to power in AD 313, he legalized Christianity and made the first Sunday keeping law. His infamous Sunday enforcement law of March 7th, AD 321 reads as follows: On the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and people residing in cities rest, and let all workshops be closed. And that is a quote from Philip Schaff, History of the Church, New York, 1902. Hey, shalom. The Sunday, here's another quote. The Sunday law was officially confirmed by the Roman papacy. The Council of Laodicea in AD 364 decreed Christians shall not Judaize and be idle on Saturday, but shall work on that day, but the Lord's day they shall especially honor, and as being Christians shall, if possible, do no work on that day. If, however, they are found Judaizing, they shall be shut off from Christ. That is a history of the Council of the Church, a quote from 1876. And Paul warned about this. He was prophesying about it. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. And also in 2nd Esdras 5:1, which was included in the King James, the 1611, and the Apocrypha before it was removed, and the Messiah quoted it. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And also in 2nd Baruch, it is, let's see, 2nd Baruch, which Baruch was a scribe of Jeremiah 36:32. Then took Jeremiah another roll and gave it to Baruch the scribe. This book was removed, but it tells you down here in 39. Let's see. Not very good at this, so I'm trying to improve. And he answered and said unto me, Baruch, this is the interpretation of the vision which you have seen. As you have seen the great forest which lofty and rugged mountains surrounded, this is the word. Behold, the days come, and this kingdom will be destroyed, which once destroyed Zion. It will be subjected to that which comes after it. Moreover, that also again after a time will be destroyed, and another, a third, will arise, and that also will have dominion for its time, and will be destroyed. And after these things a fourth kingdom will arise, whose power will be harsh and far evil, far beyond those which were before it, and it will rule many times as the forest of on the plain, and it will hold fast for times, and will exalt itself more than the cedars of Lebanon, and by it the truth shall be hidden, and all those who are polluted with iniquity will flee to it, as evil beasts flee and creep into the forest. So it's already prophesied to happen. And the Catholic Church tells you it did happen. Cardinal Gibbons, in our Faith of Our Fathers, you may read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and you will not find a single line authorizing the sanctification of Sunday. The Scriptures enforce the religious observance of Saturday, a day which we, the Catholic Church, never sanctify. And even if you look on your calendar, you'll see the first day of the week is Sunday. The seventh day, which was sanctified, is Saturday. Again, the Catholic Church, by virtue of her divine mission, changed the day from Saturday to Sunday. A quote from Cardinal Gibbons in 1893. Protestants do not realize that by observing Sunday, they accept the authority of the spokesperson of the Church, the Pope. Quote from 1950. Of course, the Catholic Church claims that the change Saturday's Sabbath to Sunday was her act, and the act is a mark of her ecclesiastical authority in religious things. Cardinal Gibbons. And also, Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that fact. 1923. And he's got a quote down here. This is the website, amredeemed.com. He's got a quote down here from Daniel, which is, and he will speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, which they did. And they changed the commandments too. I could look that up right quick. There you go. It's right there. Let's see. They took number 3, which is Deuteronomy chapter 5. No other gods before me, and no graven images, and all that's about graven images. And then not take the Lord thy God's name in vain. And then you go back over here and see graven images missing. And what they did is down here they split 9 and 10. So they did that. So that's all the quotes. They're admitting that they changed it. That's their mark of authority. Oops. Revelations tells you, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, her, the lawless church, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. So if you're partakers of her sins, 1 John 3:4, whoever committeth sin transgresseth the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So if you don't come out of her, here's what you got to look forward to. Plain and simple. And they even tell you that they changed it. Paul warned you. He tells you here, Acts 24:14, but this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the God of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and the prophets. And they called it heresy. What'd they say over here? They said, Christians shall not Judaize. What was Paul? A Pharisee. Judaize. Believing everything written in the law and the prophets. He tells you. So move on over to, let's see, that's Jeremiah. For people that say the Messiah did away with the Sabbath, why, if he did away with the Sabbath, were here, Luke 6:6. And it came to pass also on another Sabbath that he entered into the synagogue and taught. What was he doing? If he did away with the Sabbath, why is he going into the synagogue to teach? He's keeping the Sabbath. You go down here, Luke 4:16. He came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up to read, keeping the Sabbath again. And let's see, Mark 1:21. And they went into Capernaum, and straightway on the Sabbath day he entered into the synagogue and taught. There he is, keeping the Sabbath again. And also, here's another note. Mark 1:18, and straightway they forsook their nets and followed him. And when he had gone a little further thence, he saw James the son of Zebedee and John his brother, who also were in the ship mending their nets. And straightway he called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the ship with the hired servants and went after him. And then went into Capernaum, and straightway on the Sabbath day he entered into the synagogue and taught. They were fishing on the Sabbath, and he called them, and they left. And he went and taught on the Sabbath. They were breaking the Sabbath. He called them, "Come, follow me. Stop breaking the Sabbath." You go over here also in Acts 13:14, and there's many more examples. This is just a couple of examples. Acts 13:14. But when they departed from Perga, they came to Antioch in Pisidia, and went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and sat down. What in the world are they doing in a synagogue on the Sabbath day if they don't keep the Sabbath? Why would they be in the synagogue on the Sabbath day if they don't keep the Sabbath? It makes no sense. Acts 18:4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks. This is the disciples keeping the Sabbath. Many more examples. And yeah, just a few examples. They were keeping the Sabbath, plain and simple. And also Mark 2:27, he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. So if the Sabbath's made for man, shouldn't man be keeping the Sabbath? Genesis 2:3, and God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. You can't find anywhere in Scripture where he said he unblessed the seventh day and unsanctified the seventh day. Nowhere. Because the Sabbath still stands. Isaiah 28:12, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. Many people today need to keep the Sabbath day. Oh, we don't want to hear that. In Hebrews 4:9, there remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. Okay, what rest? What rest remains? Well, look down here to the Greek. Go down here, G45:20. What's the rest? Sabbatismos. Big surprise. What's it mean? Keeping Sabbath. Matthew 5:19, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so. If you're breaking the Sabbath and teaching others to break the Sabbath, that's what you're doing. He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. That's the red letters, red words. Transgression of the law. Here's another quote from Messiah, John 5:46. For had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. Where did he write of him? Deuteronomy 18:15. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. Go down here. 18:16. According to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of the Lord thy God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And Yahweh said unto me, They have well spoken that which they have spoken. And I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. So where's Horeb in the day of the assembly? Because that's what the prophet's coming to teach. That's when Moses spoke of him. We go over here to Deuteronomy 5, and he gives you the commandments. Thou shalt have none other gods before me, no graven images, don't bow down and worship them, not take the name of God in vain, keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it. 6 days you work, and the seventh day is a rest. Honor your father and mother. Do not kill, do not commit adultery, don't steal, don't bear false witness against your neighbor, don't covet. And it came to pass, when ye heard the voice out of the midst of the darkness, for the mountain did burn with fire, that ye came near unto me, even all the heads of your tribes and your elders, and ye said, Behold, the Lord our God hath showed us his glory and his greatness, and we have heard his voice out of the midst of the fire. We have seen this day that God doth talk with man, and he liveth. Now therefore, why should we die? For this great fire will consume us. If we hear the voice of the Lord our God any more, then we shall die. For who is there of all flesh that hath heard the voice of the living God speaking out of the midst of the fire, as we have, and lived? Go thou near, and hear all that the Lord our God shall say, and speak thou unto us all that the Lord our God shall speak unto thee, and we will hear and do it. And the Lord heard the voice of your words when you spake unto me, and the Lord said unto me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people, which they have spoken unto thee. They have well said all that they have spoken. Oh, that there were such a heart in them, that they would fear me and keep all my commandments always, that it might be well with them and with their children forever. Same thing. In the day of assembly, let us not hear again the voice of the Lord our God, neither let me see the great fire any more, that I die not. And he said, They have spoken well that which they have spoken. He came to teach the 10 Commandments. And also, he was prophesied to not only teach the 10 Commandments, but the Lord is well pleased. Isaiah 42:21. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable. He was prophesied to magnify the law. And what did he do? He magnified it. He said, it is said you don't commit adultery, but I say if you look on a woman with lust, you've committed adultery in your heart. It said you don't kill, but if you're angry with your brother in your heart without a cause, you've already killed him. Let me pull it up so I don't butcher it. There you go. It is said, You have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. You have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath already committed adultery with her in his heart. It has been said, let's see. Yeah, he magnified it. He didn't do away with the commandments. And you go to, I got that one on there twice. This is Isaiah chapter 66. Go to, let's see. We'll just read it all. End time stuff. Thus says the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that you build unto me, and where is the place of my rest? For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word. He that killeth an ox as if he slew a man, he that sacrifices a lamb as if he cut off a dog's neck, he that offereth an oblation as if he offered swine's blood, he that burneth incense as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations. I will also choose their delusions, and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, Let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice from the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemies. Before she travailed, she brought forth. Before her pain came, she was delivered of a man-child. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring to the birth, and not cause to bring forth, saith the Lord? Shall I cause to bring forth, and shut the womb, saith thy God? Rejoice ye with Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all ye that love her. Rejoice for joy with her, all ye that mourn for her, that ye may suck and be satisfied with the breast of her consolations, that ye may milk out and be delighted with the abundance of her glory. For thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the glory of the Gentiles like a flowing stream. Then shall ye suck, ye shall be borne upon her sides, and be dandled upon her knees. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. And when you see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Well, he's coming back with roses, right? No, I don't think so. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh in the abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. This is when I stopped eating swine's flesh right here. No more piggy. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Has this happened yet? No. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all the nations upon horses and in chariots and in litters and upon mules and upon swift beasts to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith the Lord, as the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of the Lord. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, see, I hadn't made it yet, shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and one Sabbath to there it is. Did he say one Sunday to another? No, one Sabbath to another. Shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me. What's transgression? Where's it at? Here we go. 1 John 3:4. Whoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is transgression of the law. I lost it. There we go. Okay, so the people that transgressed against him, these people are the people that he brings in are gonna look upon the carcasses of the people that transgressed against him. For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be abhorring unto all flesh. That's pretty horrible. I would not want to be in that group right there. So that's why I'm keeping the Sabbath now. And I wouldn't want to receive out of this group right here, that you receive not of her plagues. Read Revelation and see if you want to receive this right here. It's pretty serious. So we got through 66. Yep. I got 56 marked down here. Oh yeah. Isaiah chapter 56, thus saith the Lord, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the Son of Man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keepeth his hand from doing any evil. Neither let the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to the Lord speak, saying that the Lord hath utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. For thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths. There we go. And choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenant. What's that? What did the Messiah teach? 10 Commandments. Even unto them I will give in my house and within my walls a place and a name better than of sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. Sounds pretty good, right? You might want to be doing that and this. Not Sunday. Also the sons of the stranger that join themselves to the Lord, to serve him and to love the name of the Lord, to be his servants, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and taketh hold of my covenant. There it is again. It says you love him. Even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon mine altar, for my house shall be called a house of prayer for all people. Is that the way it is now? Everybody in the world, is it his house of prayer? Absolutely not. The Lord God which gathereth the outcast of Israel, yet will I gather others to him besides those that are gathered unto him, the lost 10 tribes. All ye beasts of the field come to devour, yea, all ye beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter. Jeremiah 23. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. This is kind of ties in with the Isaiah there. Joel chapter 2, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm my holy mountain. There's holy mountain again. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on top of the mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one in his ways, and they shall not break their ranks, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide in it? Therefore also now saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting and weeping and with mourning. So there's still opportunity to turn right there. And rend your heart and not your garments, and turn unto the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. Who knoweth if he will return and repent, and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto the Lord your God. Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth out of his chamber, and the bride out of her closet. Let the priests, the ministers of Yahweh, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, spare thy people, O Yahweh, and give not thine heritage to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is your God? Then will Yahweh be jealous for his land, and pity his people. Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith, and I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. That's out of covenant people. Gentiles. You don't want to be a Gentile or a Jew. You want to be an Israelite. Go back up here. Bridegroom closet. Where's he at? Here. There it is. Bridegroom and closet. There you go. Matthew 9:15, and Yahusha said unto them, can the children of the bride chamber mourn, as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then they shall fast. Who's the bridegroom? Yahusha. Bridegroom. End. Everything ties together. Zephaniah 1:15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, Yahweh. and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Key word. Key word. What's sin? Transgression of the law. He didn't come to do away with it. Don't believe him. Read your Bible. Let's see. What else was I going to look up? Oh, yeah. One explanation for lawlessness I hear from people. Colossians 2:16, let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of a holy day or of a new moon or a Sabbath day. Why would anyone be judging anyone in meat or drink or a holy day or new moon or a Sabbath day? The pagans didn't keep the Sabbath days. They didn't keep the new moons. They didn't keep Yah's holy days, feast days. They didn't eat biblically clean and unclean foods. So he's talking to the people he's writing the letter to are not the pagans, the Christian church that eats whatever they want to eat, that does not observe new moons, and they don't observe Sabbath days. He's writing to the believers in the faith who do eat clean, who do observe Sabbath days, and let no man judge you with that. And they use this verse to say, oh, you can't judge us. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking to believers that are eating clean and keeping the Sabbath days. And let's see. I think that about covers it. That's not it. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Here we go. Here's another quote for the end. Ezekiel 33, for the day is near, even the day of the Lord is near. A cloudy day, it shall be the time of the heathen. And the sword shall come upon Egypt, and great pain shall be in Ethiopia. When the slain shall fall in Egypt, they shall take away her multitude, and her foundations shall be broken down. Ethiopia, Libya, Lydia, and all the mingled people, and Chub, and the men of the land that is in league, shall fall with them by the sword. Thus saith Yahweh, they also that uphold Egypt shall fall, and the pride of her power shall come down, and the tower of Seir shall they fall in it by the sword, saith Yahweh. They shall be desolate in the midst of the countries that are desolate, and her cities shall be in the midst of the cities that are wasted. And they shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have set fire in Egypt, and when all her helpers are destroyed. In that day shall messengers go forth from me in ships to make the careless Ethiopians afraid, and great pain shall come upon them, as in the day of Egypt, for lo, it cometh. Thus saith Yahweh, I will also make the multitude of Egypt to cease by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon. Ooh. Waste. Interesting. Happens 2 times. Does it? Mm-hmm. Very interesting. All right. Well, that's pretty much. Oh yeah, I want to share that too. That's a big red flag right there, right in Revelation. Let's see. Revelations. Dragon's wrath. Here you go. Revelation 12:17. The dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. They changed the name. What's that other one here? So commandments and your life. And he said unto them, Matthew 19:17, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. What's the opposite of life? Death. Revelation 22:14, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. What city? New Jerusalem. Also, commandments and patience of the saints. Revelations 14:12, here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach. That is all. Come out of her, my people. Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. I hope that helps somebody. Hope it was better than last time. Hopefully I'll get better at this.